Preseason camp was fantastic. We had 37 players on campus over the 2-week period. A lot of veterans coming back and working really hard. Lots of new faces, and that's the great thing about camp is we have that opportunity to work with the new players, get to know them. They get to know us outside of the tryout environment, so we can kind of focus on training and don't have to deal with those nerves. I think it was a wake-up call for everybody in terms of the expectation of fitness level that they'll need to bring into camp come August 15th. But it was a good experience. It was a little warm, and you can see the raccoon eyes from the sunglasses. But other than some bad tan lines and a whole lot of sweat, it was a very, very, very good experience for us. The new additions to the coaching staff are going to be fantastic this year. But before I talk about them, I just want to, kind of reiterate some of the things that we've been able to maintain in terms of coaches returning. And Coach Mavison's going to step up and be our associate head coach this year, and be our goalkeeper and striker coach. So that'll be her primary concern. We're very, very excited to have Coach Schuweiler back. And Larie's going to be doing a lot of work with the midfielders. Of course, Coach Cook will be back with the B squad this year. She had a great first year with us, and we're just super hyped to have her back on the staff. The two new coaches coming in, of course, Coach Roth is going to bring a lot of high-level playing experience, a lot of excitement, and I think a lot of good, positive energy into the junior varsity team. I think she's a great addition. Of course, Coach Nicole Kiss will be joining the staff with our 9th graders, and she'll also be the primary fitness coach for the program. Nicole brings a ton of expertise in exercise science, physiology, and she's already really dynamically changed the way that we train in terms of preparing the athletes, the way that we warm up, the way that we cool down. It's very, very exciting, the talent that we've collected on this coaching staff. All great people. We work together very well, and I think it just goes to kind of help create that positive environment that the athletes need. The new players coming in have generated a lot of buzz and a lot of excitement for the program. This is maybe the strongest freshman class that I've seen since I've been at the academy, not just in terms of numbers, but I would say the overall quality of the players coming in. There are more athletes coming in with this class that are ready to contribute at the higher levels right away than any year that since I've been here. We had players in camp like Sackmaster and Sharkey, Gresser, Schaffman, who really, really performed well and held their own against the veterans, and did a great job. And of course, we've got a young goalkeeper, Davies, coming into the program. This is a strong, strong class, and I think they're not only going to push the older players, but I think, as I mentioned, several of them could help us right away. Going forward up the field, there's going to be some opportunities for some young players to step up and kind of really show themselves and show what their value is going to be to the program. There are a few holes to fill. We've had some key players graduate. Really since that 08 season when Hoagland and Paulson and Cattell graduated, I think we've struggled to sort of find ourselves in the midfield and trying to find that right combination. A player like Shannon Wynn came in last year and definitely showed right away as a freshman that she was ready and willing to play at this level. I think she's going to need to step up and have a big year for us. There's some other young players we'll be looking at, a mix of experience versus new faces. The midfield is going to be one of the big question marks for us this year. What the system will be, who's going to play in that system. That's something that we probably won't know for a while, maybe even a little while into the season as we try to sort through it. Well, the million-dollar question is always going to be, where are the goals going to come from? The last 2 years, I think that's been one of the big problems for this team, has been consistency in the final third. How do we get into dangerous positions? And then once we're in those positions, who's going to be the player that's going to step up and capitalize and find the way to put the ball in the back of the net? We lost a national team caliber striker in Olivia Schultz to ACL injuries, and never really filled that void. And I think that's one of the main objectives of the coaching staff this year is, what can we do to develop our team and an attacking style that's focused on creating chances and putting players into positive opportunities in the final third. And I think if we can do that, then hopefully the goals will come. But we will need someone to step up. And losing a player like Olivia's sister, Vivian, losing Vivian's going to be tough. She was our leading goal scorer last year. But again, there's a lot of young players that have shown themselves to be very hungry. They want to be that go-to player. They want to have the ball on their foot in the 80th minute. And I'm anxious to see who steps up. Watching these athletes train, I think there are a few possibilities. And I know there are some kids that really want it. That's the job that's up for grabs right now is, who's going to put the ball in the back of the net for us. The strength of this team is obviously going to be where the experience is. It's going to be in the back line. We've got two all-conference caliber goalkeepers returning to us. In fact, one of which, Mendez, was first-team all-conference last year, and I know both of those young ladies are very excited to come in and sort of be the backbone of our team this year. And this back line, this back four in particular, have been playing together for a long, long time. When you look at Prickle, Boudin, Rooney, Freer, these girls have been playing in this system and have been playing together. They've basically been our back line now for almost 3 years. All of them, of course, except Freer, are going to be seniors. So there's a lot of experience. There's a wealth of talent in the back, and I definitely think that's going to be one of the strong points of this year's squad.